Hey guys, welcome to Kitaholic Kits YouTube channel. It's Corrine here today with a layout in my traveller's notebook. I'm just using this Nouveau paste and I am putting it through the stencil that I got in the kit. Pretty sure there was 2 or 3 different designs. This is the design that I got, which I'm happy with because I like this mandala type. I don't know what you would call it. Either way, I like it. So I'm just putting that through, and this is the first time I've worked with this paste, and that's the first time I put it through a stencil, so I didn't know how it would work. But it's pretty good. I really like the product actually. It's really versatile, and I used it for a few different things this month. So here I am using it as a texture paste. That's it in a little mini mister spray bottle, and I'm just going to spray some on, and I also took the end out and used it to splatter a little bit as well. You can't have too much pink apparently. And I also mixed it with a little bit of water and used it as a paint this month as well. So I'm sure there are heaps of other uses as well that I'm still yet to figure out, and it dries relatively quickly, I thought. So this is a layout. The photo is of my sister when she went to the races with my mum. I'm pretty sure I pinched the photo off Facebook. Could be wrong. Mum might have sent it to me, but either way, I got it. And I am going to make a pretty layout with it because I really love the flowers and the dress she's got on, even if she is pulling a bit of a funny face. So I'm just going through the papers here. It's hard to pick one. I do like that, but I've got to remember that in my pocket page notebook there, it's only 11 centimetres, I think, wide. So you've got to keep that in mind. Just picking out the papers, and I'll cut that out in a minute because you just don't need to see all of that. But I picked this one in the end, and I decided that I'm going to use that little copper paint swatch type thing. And I still can't make up my mind which way to use it, but I do in the end. I know that I want the swatches to kind of poke out the other side, and it does work out to be a little bit too big, but I worked that out eventually. So now I'm just giving that a trim around the other edges so that it's not hanging over too much, and I'm just fussy cutting around that paint swatch type thing a little bit so it's more defined on the edge. So I'm going to use some of this vellum from a past kit. See, I figured out that it's just going to be too wide to fit on there, and I was like, oh, this drives me nuts, what am I going to do? And then I just thought, I'll just hang it over the other side and cut it down the middle. So I'm just fussing around here. I've trying to decide what to do on that other page now, and I'm just going through the other bits and pieces. I like to try and use as much of the scraps as I can. And I was kind of put off because I use, I don't know, white paper on the other side, and the pinks were different, like the pink is more of a reddy pink in the blush collection, and the Nouveau is kind of a I don't know, would you say a bluey pink? I really don't know colours all that much, but that's how I perceive it anyway. So I'm just pulling out some stuff, and I decide that I'm going to use these two because I really like that flower paper, but I'm really fussy on how I use it because it's my favourite piece, pretty much. So I'm just going to cut like a 1-inch strip, I think. I thought I would have liked to use the whole piece on that other side, like cover the other side, the whole side, but I just feel like it would have overwhelmed it a little bit, and I wanted minimal pinks so that the pinks weren't so obvious that they didn't match type thing. Whereas I think if I'd used that other pink on the other side as well, like the Nouveau pink, it would have went together better. But because they're on two different sides, I don't know, it kind of looked a little bit disjointed. So I just use a minimal amount, and just using my punch there to do a scallop border type thing. I don't know, it was just to add some interest and, you know, difference. You know, you've got to remember to use those sorts of things from your stash, because otherwise they just sit there for a long time. So I've just trimmed that down so it will fit along that side. And I thought it was upside down then, but it's alright. The blue one goes up and down. It's all good. So I'm just going to do the same with this one now. And I did it a bit of a strange way, but whatever. It will work in the end, and I'll get it under there. I didn't edit these videos very well, I don't think. There's a lot still in there that I could have edited out. But today you get an unedited version of Corrine, which is kind of annoying because you don't need to see this and I don't need to be talking through it. But anyway, back to my layout. It's always nice to mix it up a little bit, isn't it? So now I'm going to figure out the embellishments. And I want a little piece of that, just to bring that paper over to the other side. And I kind of like it there, but I figure there's enough going on, so then I just decide to fussy cut those flowers and leaves out on that piece that I've already cut off, because I might be able to like shove them down on the side. And the reason I went for those flowers is because the garland above my sister's head has those beautiful pink and white, I don't know what they are, peonies or something, maybe, but they're just beautiful. And so the flowers kind of mimicked that a little bit. I'm just figuring where to put that, and now I'm going to get to the embellishing. I really struggle with this, and I think it's because the different coloured pinks, or maybe it's just because it's such a small space. You know, there's not a lot of room on a notebook, on a traveller's notebook page, but it's good. Like, it's a challenge, and you can make a really quick layout and feel like you've accomplished something. I really like my traveller's notebooks, and I really like the pocket page one that I'm working with at the moment. I'm trying to get a little bit more adventurous on what I actually use the pocket for, because at the moment I tend to just, you know, put it on a layout on a piece of paper and then slip that into the pocket or something like that. But being clear, you know, you can always add something in the pocket, like a shaker, or I have done a few shakers, but I think I need to get a bit more adventurous with it. But I'm sure you'll see that into the new year as I try to challenge myself a little bit more. Now I'm just fussing around here trying to get these things, this ephemera put down, and I just used that blue flower I cut out in a rose wood veneer, and one of the cut aparts. I think that one says so something, and this one says wonderful, and I used that one because less pink, and just adds another texture look to the layout. Now just using one of those chipboard hearts. They're so beautiful with that copper on. Now I'm going to try and slip this into the pocket. Lucky I cut that out for you. So I'm going to work... Oh yeah, I'm putting that other side of the paint swatch, I don't know what you call it, paintbrush, swish, whatever. Gluing that down so it looks like it's just in the crack then. And I'm trying to figure out a title for this one. In the end, I go with those thickers from Hello Lovely Cocoa Vanilla that were in the kit. And I use the wood ones, and I just spell out race day. Just because that's what it is, really. She went to the races, and so don't know, have any idea where I'm going to put these. So I just decide down in that corner, balance it out a little bit. And then I'll do a small cluster in a minute after I put down this title. So I'm just going through the ephemera and trying to find something to put down there. Eventually I go with that blue flower that Deb's designed. I was trying for ages and I just wanted to hoard it so badly because I was just waiting for that, special time to come along where I would need it. Even though this was it. We always try to hoard. The struggle is real in us scrapbookers. So I'm just fiddle-farting around. I tell you, today was a very indecisive day. I struggled really bad with both of the layouts that I did on this day. It was just one of those couldn't make a decision day. So I'm just going through the ephemera now and seeing if anything else will go in this cluster or not. And I do pick a puffy sticker, I think. I love those delicious puffy stickers. So I hope that you have enjoyed this layout, and it's inspired you to try a traveller's notebook or a pocket page traveller's notebook even, which I will get more adventurous in the new year with. So I hope you have a lovely scrappy week, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget there's photos at the end of this layout, and there's a quick sneak peek of my layout from a past kit. Thanks for watching. Bye.